Must have been one of the wettest days at Cowes Week today that I can remember, but it was a great day because I got to sail on a Bembridge Redwing, which is something I've always wanted to do. Everyone knows them, they're the ones with super high aspect rigs and red sails. I was invited on by Class Secretary Joe Robertson. Joe, thank you very much for today. What I wasn't expecting from such an old design is a 30-year-old Class Secretary. What is it that appeals about the Redwings?
Well, the Redwings are based in Bembridge. A lot of sort of families have been sailing them for a long time, but there's also new people that come in as well. And my grandparents first bought into the class in the 1950s, so I suppose I was fortunate enough to have a boat in the family. But yeah, as you said, old class, new rig, plenty of bits and pieces to tweak during the race.
Can you explain a bit more about that? Because I think that's where the fun is. There's lots of bits of string to pull on. Is that what you find the most entertaining about the class?
Yeah, so it's a development class. Class rules allow for flexibility in rig design. So over the years there's been naturally development as experimental guys have come into the class. So on our boat we've got all the gadgets. The mast foot slips back and forth so you can let the rig go forward downwind. We've got a self-tacking jib. We've got runners, check stays to control a very bendy, tall mast, so you can really shape up the main using those controls. So yeah, definitely that's, as I said, I'm lucky to be in a family that owns one. I'm lucky that it's a boat where you can play with all the kit.
Although it is an old design, I think this is 1930s, the Charles Nicholson design that you're currently sailing. But you can still learn a lot from what you're saying today, from having to use all of these tricks to get mainsail shape. And in fact, the mainsail shape is more like a sort of wing sail that you'd see on a high-performance cat these days, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Because the sail area is quite small, it's 200 square foot. For a boat of that size, it's not a very big sail area. Best place to put the sail is up top, where the wind is. So that's why you've got these very tall, thin rigs. But yeah, the hull's 1930s. The rig is, bang up to date, really, in terms of Solent keel boats. And it means we haven't got stuck in the past. The fleet's very healthy. You've got 26 boats at Cowes, 35 boats at Bembridge, 12 in Poole Harbour. You've got younger guys like myself, guys and girls. You've got some of the old gang who've been doing it for 50 years. So it's great.
You've been sailing, I think, for 16 years on the Redwings, is that right?
Yes.
And
yep.
Are you still learning?
Absolutely. Yeah, I haven't won Cowes Week yet, so definitely still learning. But again, it's nice. We've got some real experts. We've got people who ex-Olympians. We've got people who've been Olympic trialists. There's a sharing of knowledge, so we all get better when the top guys bring that knowledge back to Bembridge.
Well, I certainly learnt a few tricks today, and thank you very much for letting me on board.
Not at all. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, Joe.